In this video, we'll be learning how to perform operations containing absolute values. To begin, we need to understand what taking the absolute value of a number looks like and what it means. Absolute values are indicated by a bar on either side of the number. So, if we see a problem that looks like this, it's really telling us to take the absolute value of 5. Now that we've seen what absolute values look like, let's talk about what they mean. The absolute value of a number refers to the positive or non-negative value of that number. So, in the case shown before, the absolute value of 5 is 5, because 5 is already a positive number. So now if we're given a problem that looks like this, the absolute value of -5, the resultant answer would also be 5. This is because -5 is negative, and the absolute value of a number is always positive.
How can the absolute value of 5 be the same as the absolute value of -5?
We can think of the absolute value of a number as its distance from 0. If we make a number line, we can locate both 5 and -5. Now we can count how many units it takes to get from 0 to 5 and how many units it takes to get from 0 to -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This allows us to visually see that both the number 5 and the number -5 are 5 units away from 0, and thus the absolute value of both 5 and -5 is 5. With this information about absolute values, we can complete operations with absolute values. Let's take a look at this problem. We read this as the absolute value of 15 plus the absolute value of 9 minus 12.
How do I know where to start?
When addressing order of operations to determine what to do first, absolute value signs are treated like parentheses. According to order of operations, the expression inside the absolute value must be addressed first. If you need a refresher about order of operations, please review the Order of Operations with Integers lecture video. So here's where we need to begin. If we subtract 12 from 9, the resultant number is -3. Now that our two absolute value terms are simplified, our problem looks like this. Next, we can continue by reading from left to right. Now we take the absolute value of 15 and -3. The distance between 0 and positive 15 is 15, and the distance between 0 and -3 is 3. Therefore, the absolute value of 15 is 15, and the absolute value of -3 is 3. Now our problem looks like this. The last step is to add these two numbers together. 15 plus 3 equals 18, so our answer is 18.
In summary, the absolute value is the distance a number is from 0. So the absolute value of a negative number is positive, and the absolute value of a positive number is positive.